I've had it for a while, so let's review it. It's the Miele W1 PowerWash 2.0 Twindos XL Tronic WMV960 WPS. There's a lot there. It's a 9 kilogram machine, 1600 spin, A+++ rated, and also it's £2,000 brand new. Well, it was when it was new. Obviously now this is now getting on. This was sort of first released in 2016, so it's now like a 6-year-old machine. I've had it for a year myself. No problems to report, but there's a reason for that. Partly because it's me, and obviously it only ever gets filmed for, filming purposes, so it's not done that many cycles. And the other thing is, I don't use Twindos. Right at the bottom here, we've got 2 panels that can be both opened. This one is home to your Twindos. Now, you've got 1 and 2. Bottle goes in, clips in place, bottle goes in, clips in place. There is no bottles in there, for a reason. I don't want to use it. And the biggest problem with Twindos is that it causes pretty much all your problems with a W1. There are other problems occasionally a W1 series Miele will suffer with, but the majority of complaints all come down with the Twindos. They either leak or they have 4 sensors on them, and the problem is either the containers leak, which causes the water sensor in the bottom, the WPS sensor in the bottom, to trip. It will also the actual squeezers for the detergent clog up and stop producing, which then that sends another error code, or the actuators from pack up, and then that sends another error code. Basically, there's just loads of problems with Twindos. My advice is not to use it, but then what's the point of having the Twindos if it doesn't work? For me, I'm not bothered because I use a different range of detergents and fabric softeners. So for me, it's a bit of a waste of time using liquid dispensing. Also, I'm not really a big fan of liquid anyway. I'd rather use powder. So it'd be no good in that situation. In fact, I'd rather have the old style, the old version, the Miele dosing device, which was an attachment that could go on your Tronic. And that could also take on powder, unlike these. The other flap is your filter. There's 2 of them. This filter is your main filter for your pump to circulate out, and this one is also a pump filter, but that is for your PowerWash 2.0 jet. Both filters need to be emptied on a regular basis to keep them clear. However, I find like with any machine, you've only got to have one stray thing to go to the pump, and that stops it from working, which has happened before. I just turned off the light for a second. Because we have a drum light. Now, to open the door, no electronic release anymore. Sorry, it's all gone. All down to safety at the end of the day. This is all because Miele have widened the door. So now, there is a recess behind this door here. It's kind of marked out with this yellow little plastic thing on the door. This is on every door, just to indicate where you put your hand. But I guess it's so you can put it over here if you wanted to reverse it. Ready? And now I'm looking at that and going, yeah. How is I supposed to get that door off? There's no screws. Unless it's screwed in from the other side, which is possible. But I'm kind of looking at this now and going, can this does be reversed? Right, so we've got our little label here, Miele, with the model number, type, and serial numbers. There's also a QR code there. So we've got our light, steam. Not jet. How's that? We've got our drum, 9 kilo drum. I think it's 64 litres. Solid at the back. Just mentioning that because Professional has holes in the back. Door seal. It works. And this is the updated honeycomb design now. These have gone much bigger over the previous generations of Miele. Yeah, it needs a proper washout. But when we first turn it on, we've got our home screen. We've also got touch buttons here. We've got this eye, which is for information. So at any point, if you're not sure, you can just hit that. There you go. Use the sensor to select a program, the washing assistant, favourite programs, etc. This button is the home button, which comes in handy. And then this is the stop button, which will light once you select a program. Let me run you through it. So, before going to programs, we'll go into all the other options. Right, so if we hit favourite programs, it'll come up with the option to create. Now, there's 2 ways to save favourite programs, and you can save up to 10 settings. You can either create a program from this menu, or if you're already within a wash cycle, you can save it from there. So, if you hit create here, we can just select whatever. I don't know, cottons. 60. 1600. We don't need Twindos. We don't need cap dosing. Do we need program manager? No. Do we need stains? Do we need extras? And then you can name it. So obviously, let's say we've got A to G, H to N, back. That's, oh, I see. Oh, and it resets it. Okay, this is not brilliant, but hey, like, why is it going back? Right. So now we've created an favourite program. We can create another, we can change one, or we can delete one. But we're not going to select any of that. So we're going to go home now, and onwards. Washing Assistant allows you to basically kind of tell the machine what you're washing. So we're going to go into it. Let's say we're washing, I don't know, cotton synthetics, so mixed. Lightly coloured laundry, colour laundry or dark. Let's go with light, shall we? Lightly soiled, normally soiled or heavily soiled. Let's go normal soiled. Laundry not to be spun, low spin speed or a normal spin speed. Out of curiosity, let's go with low spin speed. Okay, and then it's going to recommend minimum iron, max of 4 kilograms. It's reduced the spin speed to 600 and selected the temperature of 40. With what looks to be no extras. And probably no stains either, which is fair enough. With no program manager. Right. And then you can hit start once you've loaded up your laundry. Right. Then you got this side, which you've got mixed items and settings. So mixed items, you can select a multiple what you're washing: bathrobes, bed linen, blouses, bras, curtains, denim, fleece jackets, pullovers, nightwear, outerwear, shirts, socks, swimwear, sportswear, t-shirts, etc. Let's give it underwear, for example. Just add detergent colours for compartment 2. 60 degrees, 1600 spin. One item. The item is to do with what you've added. There is nothing else. You're not allowed to change anything else. And that is just basically standard cotton 60 there. Which is right for underwear. But if I was set, say, mixed items and then go to blouses, blouses are basically shirts. So I would expect it to select shirts. It's not. Oh, it has actually. Mixed items, 109. That's shirts. Cycle. So that's right there. So it knows. That's pretty good. Right, then we've got settings, and this is all machine settings when you first set it up. First thing is obviously language. There is a multitude of languages there, but we're going to stick with English. You've even got Australian and USA. What's the difference? I don't know. We speak English. I mean, unless you like changing words, I don't know, because Australians still use cottons, Americans, I wonder if USA cottons turned to heavy duty, because, let me just select that for a second, just out of curiosity, as part of this thing, this review. Cottons, delicates, moving mind. It's all the same. Oh, shirts is now dress shirts. Steam care, quick power wash, automatic plus, dark garments, refresh, down duvets, outerwear, proof end, separate rinse, silk starch, sportswear, downfilled items, curtains, first wash, pillows, cottons and clean machine. So the only difference is dress shirts has changed. Bit of an odd one. I mean, I suppose maybe Program Manager's changed a little bit. Nope. Has extras changed? Nope. Still pretty much English. Has the stains changed? Stains universal, blood, cocoa, chocolate, coffee, cola, eggs, so fat, fruit, veg, juice, grass, lipstick, ketchup, makeup, mayonnaise, oil, grease, sand, soil, red wine, sweat, tea, your vegetables, and urine. No. Besides, since when does Americans drink tea? I thought it was a British thing. Anyway, we'll go back to settings. We'll go back to English because that's what we are. Right, so you can change your language. You can change. Twindos is about setting it up, and since we don't have it, there's nothing I can really do about it. But you can select the detergent type in compartment 1, whether it's obviously ultra phases or the other thing is it's fabric softeners. So basically, let's say you put fabric softener in compartment 1 and detergent in compartment 2. You can select just fabric softener if you wanted to, rather than both. And the other thing you can do is set up how much. Now the maintenance is you can flush them out once they're done. It's to flush through the actual entire system to keep it clean. Now obviously that means that after a while, if it doesn't get used, it's going to end up breaking. Like I've said earlier on in the review. Right, degree of soiling. Default setting or query. Now query will ask you every time, you know, is it light, medium or heavy? Or you can define either light, heavy or normal. Now if you don't query it, it will just go to the default setting, whether it's light, normal. And the only difference is, I'm not kidding, it's heavy soil adds a pre-wash and doesn't tell you. And light knocks off 2 minutes at most. I don't get it. Then you obviously got time of day, so you set this up. I think it's right. You can have a 12 or 24 hour clock. Yeah, that's right. It is that time of night. And we've got buzzer volume. We've got keypad tone, which is this beeper. Now it's gone off, can you see? But just because the keypad is turned off doesn't mean it turns the beeper off at the end. It would still do that. Now consumption, now this is what kind of annoys me about this machine. Now the consumption, right, it tells you for the previous program, total consumption, set the cost and reset the function. Now the thing is, that's the previous program. It used 18 litres and cost me around 5p. This is in terms of both water and electricity. That's because it was just a Express 20 on cold, just to try and rinse the machine out, which it kind of did and didn't. You set the cost using this. You can set it for water or for energy, total consumption, or you can reset it all together. Let's see how much we've ran so far. So since it's been plugged back in again, it's cost £381. That's not right. Well, is that pence or pounds? Who knows? Hang on, what's my previous program? 0.05. Okay, 941 litres and 14 kilowatt hours. £381? It's £2 for 1,000 litres. Something's going on there. But the thing is, I can't get that up. It doesn't automatically tell me at the end, and I'd like that within the machine, just to, you know, program it at the end to view it of what you've used. But it's hidden away, and it's annoying. The code is basically a lock. You can activate it, deactivate it, or change it. And you can have any code, you know, any 3-digit code. It stops unauthorized users from using your machine. Temperature unit, Celsius or Fahrenheit. Celsius for us in the UK, Fahrenheit for those in the USA, for example. Display brightness, you can go brighter or dimmer. To be fair, I could probably get away with dim if I was, but we'll leave it as. Display switch off status. On, not in the current program, and off. So what this display does, it will shut off. If you select on, it will shut off after a few minutes within the cycle. You can touch any of the pads and it will switch back on again for another 5 minutes. On, but not in the current program, the display will remain on throughout the entire duration of the cycle, but once it hits the anti-freeze stage, after 5 minutes, it will switch off, but it will continue to flash the start pause button. And then off doesn't turn off the display at all. So if you leave the machine on, it will just stay on forever and ever and ever and ever. So I've got it on, not in current program, because I use it for filming. But I think for the general user, to be honest, on normal is just fine, because like for an everyday user, it saves you energy, it saves the display as well. So it saves it from burning out, for example. Not that I'm going to get to that point where it will. And I think off is a bit one of them. I don't want it going off. I don't want off because I don't want it on for hours and hours and hours and hours after the cycle's finish. What's the point? Machine switch off status is completely different. So what this does, it will shut off the machine completely. And you have to hit the on-off button to get it back on again. So, like I said, after 5 minutes, the display will go out. So, if I was to not use this now for the next 5 minutes, the display will go out. After another 10 minutes, the display will become inactive completely. You won't be able to switch the display back on. Same with your washer. After the anti-freeze stage is completely finished, it will just shut off the entire machine. Why it gives you 20 minutes, I don't know. Honestly, it should have been after 15, after 30, after an hour, or never. That would have been fine. Display maximum load. Now every time you select a program, it will tell you the maximum load you can put in. Leave it on, because it's a nice reminder. Longer pre-wash cottons. The standard cycle length for the pre-wash is about 25 minutes. So you can either add 6 minutes, 9 minutes, or 12. So I'll take it from anywhere between 25 up to 37 minutes. It's up to you. It will still heat to 30 regardless. Right, then we've got soak duration. You can have anywhere between half an hour and 5 hours in half an hour steps when you select the soak period option on under the programs. It comes as half an hour as the standard, and it's just too short, really, considering it's supposed to be a soak phase. Gentle action, on and off. It only affects on the cottons and minimum iron program. It reduces the tumbling action of the machine. They put it in the manual as like for lighter soils, you know, whatever, laundry. But actually, gentle action is very, very good if you're using detergent that foams up far too much from mechanical action. Temperature reduction is only for those that are very high up on the planet. So if you're above 2,000 meters sea level at any point and have one of these machines, boiling point of water reduces. It reduces to about 90, I think, once about 2,000 meters. It does continue to reduce the higher and higher you go, but hey, when you get to like Mount Everest, you're not really breathing air anymore. You don't live on Everest, on top of Everest, do you now? But there are places in the world over 2,000 meters high where people do live. What temperature reduction does, allow a maximum of 80 degrees on the 90 degrees cycle. And this is because, of course, boiling point, like I said, is about 90 degrees, just under that. So at 90, you could end up boiling away all the water without you realising. And it's to basically save the machine from breaking. But you only need it if you are really, really high up. So in the UK, that's nowhere. Water Plus level. Basically, when you select Water Plus, you can have normal or you can have more and more water. It doesn't really show that much. And then you got Suds Cooling. Now, this you kind of need on for modern homes. Older homes, you might be able to get away with it, but with plastic pipes, you need it on. And basically, this adds the cool down stage to the cotton cycle when you're selecting 90 or 75. And that obviously reduces the water temperature before it drains out. It needs to be under 70 degrees before it drains it out. And on suds cooling, normally it's about 60 before the machine drains it out. So it's then fine for your plastic pipes. Then we've got low water pressure. Now, all this does, there's a time limit on how long it takes the machine to fill up with water. In fact, there's a flow sensor in it. So basically, I had it off the other day accidentally, and within 1 minute, it was beeping at me saying it wasn't open with water. And there wasn't. I had forgot to turn the tap back on for it. However, what this does is turns it off. And there's no cutout for it. So if you've got very low water pressure, just select yes on this and your machine will still operate and will carry out a cycle. Obviously, just be aware that it's not going to do within the allotted time. It will just wait until it's full of water first. So if it takes 10 minutes to fill up with water, it will continue regardless. I like this. I like the fact you can switch it off. Anti-crease, on or off. The machine will just go into anti-crease phase at the end of the cycle. There is a time limit of 2 hours. After 2 hours, if your washing still not taken out, it will just shut off the machine completely. Then you got delay start. Now this allows you 2 options. So you got start at and finish at. When you select delay start, you can start the cycle within half an hour, you know, etc., etc. When that time period lapses that the cycle will finish at allows you to select a time you want the cycle to finish at. So let's say it's 10 p.m. now, well, it's 10:30 now, whatever, and I'm selecting the quick power wash cycle and I want to finish at 7 a.m. I can go into delay start, select 7 a.m. It will delay start it till 6 a.m. Start the cycle, run the 1 hour cycle, and finish at 7 a.m. ready for clothes to be taken out. But I like the fact that it gives you two different sides of the coin for delay start. Not with any other machine. Every other machine is different. And when I say every other machine, I mean every other brand is different. And sometimes it doesn't explain it properly. This does. This allows you to explain, not only explain it properly, but allows you to actually choose between them what you want. Pretty cool. Right, home. Right, we're now like half an hour in, and yeah, we've not even hit the programs yet. So, programs, finally. Yeah. So let's select cottons. 9 kilo max load. No. So let's start off with the basics then. So we've got variable temperature on this. And it's 10 degree steps from 20 to 60. Then you got 75 and then 90. Now this is a bit of a down side to these newer machines over the old Navitronics. It doesn't allow 5 degree steps anymore. So you're reducing what you can select. I'm not bothered because let's be honest, who's selecting a wash at 70 degrees? Or 55 degrees. It doesn't make any sense. Just go to 60 or 50. It is, though, nice that you've got a 50 degree option, because a lot of machines are omitting that as well, and it's still used by quite a lot of people. 75 degrees is very rare. It's only shared by Miele, Maloney Service back before they went bump, and Smeg, and that's it. But 75 degrees also is that nice temperature of, it guarantees bacteria, all bacteria to be killed. However, it doesn't guarantee all viruses to be killed. That's the only other downside of 75. So it's great for bedding, I think, and great for those that you know where you do want to kill all bacteria. Right, then we've got spin speed, 1600, and then goes down to 100 RPM steps. All the way down to no spin. I'm just going to select no spin for a second. See what it does. It's gone down to 1L54. I'm just select 500. 2R31. So what happens is if you select 600 or under, it will add an extra rinse. If you select no spin, it will omit all the intermediate spins and still add an extra rinse. That's why we lost all that time there. Gonna be honest, if they reduced the amount of options for the temperatures, why didn't they do the same for the spin speed? It would have been nice to have 200 RPM steps instead of 100 RPM steps. But there might be a reason why they didn't do that. Twindos, obviously it can't allow me to actually go further because there's no cartridges. But Twindos, if you select that, it will allow you to select, either compartment 1 or compartment 2 if you wanted to. Then you've got Program Manager. Right, now this is 5 options and it changes the profile of the washing program. Honestly, this list is endless of combinations. If I was to film every combination going, I wouldn't have another, I could just have a whole channel with 1,000 videos of this. But we're not. Right. Intensive. You'll find that it doesn't affect the time. But what it does do is changes the wash rhythm to a more intensive rhythm. It has temperature holding and adds a bit more water too. It's made for obviously heavy soiled items. Then we've got Eco. And what this does, it extends the washing program whilst reducing the temperature. Now, if you notice here, it's 3 hours and 14 minutes. Basically, this now runs, right now it's standard Eco with 3 rinses. Really. And bearing in mind, Eco affects all the temperatures as well. So if you select 40, it's going to wash at like 30. If you select 90, it's going to wash at like 60. And so on. Extra gentle. So what this does is reduces mechanical action. Sounds like the other option in the settings. But what's odd about this is that extra gentle is available on a lot more programs other than Cottons and Minimum Iron. Extra gentle is also kind of seen as a bit like a reduced creasing option. Extra quiet pauses the program when it reaches the rinse hold. However, if you notice something, it still selects 1600 RPM. The time's slightly slower look. What it's going to do is probably get rid of all the intermediate spins. It will add an extra rinse to compensate, and then it will get, when it gets to rinse hold, it will pause there ready. It will have 19 or 18 minutes remaining, something like that. And then you press start to do the final spin when you wake up in the morning. Then we got Allergo Wash. And what this does, it temperature holds much longer periods. It also increases water and adds extra rinses. It's basically made for getting rid of all dust, all fibres and stuff like that within bedding. And it's great for those who are algae sufferers. Right, then we've got extras. There are 7 options available. You've got extra rinse, which will add on 1 extra rinse. Pre-wash, which will add on a 25-minute, it's about half an hour actually, just over. Half an hour pre-wash, which obviously, like I said before, you can also extend up to 12 minutes. It washes at 30 degrees as well. Oh, I've gone, that's wrong. What have I done now? Extras. Then we've got rinse hold, which will stop at the final rinse. After it's done its final rinse, it will stop and it will tumble the load, etc. Basically until you hit stop start. And then you can choose whether you want to drain only or continue with the final spin. Then we've got short. It's made, it obviously takes off an hour here, can you see? What short does, it will reduce the washing time. It will also reduce rinse count as well on certain programs. On the Cottons, it saves an hour. On most other programs, it's about 10 to 20 minutes. But I'll show you that in a minute. Then we've got soak, which if you select, it will start the wash as normal. Then it will hit around 30 and then it will go into a soak phase. And during a soak phase for however long you set it up to, whether it's half an hour or anywhere up to 5 hours, it will tumble periodically and then rest for a long period of time, allowing the detergent to react with your washing and completely bed its detergent into the stains. So it's really good at removing stains, hardened stains. Steam smoothing adds on a half-an-hour period. Now also, what else it does, watch, press OK. Spin speed optimised, press OK. Cottons, max load fat, 4.5 kilo. So on cottons, for example, it's reduced the spin speed to 1200 RPM. It will do a short 1200 RPM spin, come down, and then it will inject steam for half an hour. And this will help reduce creasing. In fact, if you do use it, what you may find is that once the cycle is finished, you can take everything out and hang it up and to naturally dry. And then it should be crease free and ready to put away after about 24 hours of air drying. So I think this is quite good if you're indoor drying and not using the tumble dryer. If you're using the tumble dryer, do not use it whatsoever. Then we've got Water Plus, and what this does is ups the amount of water within the main wash, and the rinsers too. And like I said, you can adjust that in the settings as well. The other thing you can do is add on as many extras as you want. Look, if I go change selection, I can add on whatever I want. See? I can have all 7 extras if I want. But when it comes to Program Manager, you can only have 1. Spin speed reset to original setting, because that's because I've deselected the steam smoothing. I do like this. It allows you, it gives you information all the time. Extras, select info. These options allowed wash programs to be customized. Select extra rinse, for example. It doesn't tell you what it does. That's annoying. Yes, I know these options, extras or whatever. Right, it also has automatic stain removal. Select stains. And you've got stains universal, which adds on about half an hour, chocolates, blood, cocoa, coffee, colour soiling, egg, fat, fruit and vegetable juice, grass, ketchup, makeup, lipstick, mayonnaise, oil, grease, sand, red wine, sweat, tea, vegetable stains, and urine. Now, most of these options will add on time to the cycle. It will change the profile of the heating. It will change the profile of how much water. It will change whether it has a soak phase or it has a pre-wash. But unfortunately, it doesn't actually tell you. Again, Bosch don't tell you when it adds on these options, and neither does the Miele, which is really annoying. Right, start at. Obviously, like I said, we want this to start at, we can change this to when we want it to start. It's now currently 22:45. So if we wanted to, we can start it any time we want. And literally by the minute as well. Look. So we can change it to the nearest 15 minutes. Which is pretty good. And that's 15 minutes up to 24 hours. Cat dosing. Now, this is to do with the little pods you can buy, and you can put them into your detergent dispenser. I'll show that later on. We've got what looks to be cat dosing for cottons, synthetics, and fabric softeners. You just select one of them. I wonder if it actually affects the time. No. Then we've got eco feedback, so it will tell you just right now how much energy, how much water it's going to use for these settings that we've already got. For example, if I was to go back now and I was to add, let's say, a pre-wash and water plus, and then go to eco feedback, yeah, they've increased quite a bit. Then we've got load and dosage. Now, load, the thing is, it's telling you now how much load's in it. When you open the door to load up laundry, there's a weight sensor inside that goes all the way up to 100%. And then once it knows, we'll select OK because the door's already closed. Then you select light or heavy. Now heavy will add on a pre-wash without telling you, which is annoying. Use Twindos or add detergent. Yep. You want 40% detergent for that load. So whatever it says for 9 kilos on your detergent, put that in. But like I said, annoyingly, it doesn't tell you. Watch, if I go to extras, it's not selected. It's right there, and it's not selected. Yet that's what it's selecting when you select heavy soiled. If you select light soiled, it knocks off just, like I said, 1 minute. What, 25%, 40%. It's not coming back with heavy soiled now. Now this is annoying. Both select home, everything resets. Right. Once you've selected a program, this is another annoying thing. If I select a program now, I can't select back. Right, I've got to select home first. Right, minimum iron. Max load of 4 kilograms. Limits the spin speed to 1200 RPM. It's typically around 2 hours long. If we go up to 60, the time will increase because it will add a cooldown section on minimum iron for 60 and 50 degrees. Program manager wise, you can have all the options. Extras wise, you can have all the extras as well. There we go. We'll just select short, just give you a rough idea how long it takes off. It takes off around just under half an hour. Or just over half an hour. However you want to look at it. It's like 40. Actually, that's taking quite a lot more off. What about cold? It's still 1 hour 24. Again, stains. It has all the stains there. You got cap dosing, of course, and everything else. Right. Delicates allows you to wash 3 kilograms of basically synthetic fibres. Minimum iron is like a cross between the cottons and delicates. It's in a weird way. Basically, minimum iron is just cottons, just slightly reduced action, really. That's all it does. Delicates is a much shorter cycle. You can have anywhere between cold and obviously 60 degrees. If we select 50 or 60, watch how long these take now. There you go, 60 degrees is about 25, 30 minutes more than the normal cycle, normal 40 cycle. Spin speed is limited to 900 RPM to reduce any excess creasing and damage. You can have Twindos, you can have the program manager, you've got all 5 options there to choose from. You've got extras, including the shorts. All 7 options are available. Oh, I've not saved that. Let's have a look. Extras, short. Okay. That's another thing as well. If you select an extra and then press back, it's not going to save it. Right. Short at 60 saves over 20 minutes. 50 degrees and lower, it's only saving 10 minutes, so not even that. Yeah. It looks like a delicates, 59 minutes from an hour 9, so There we go. Oh, I'm just going to show you as well. So programs, cottons, 9 kilo. So temperature, 60, 50, yeah, 40. Watch. It's like dropped like an hour. Short. It's bizarre. $90 was short, 1 hour 51. That's not bad actually. Clear. 2 hours 21. Yeah. So it says half an hour normally and then 5 minutes with 40 degrees. What's going on? That's wrong. I think it's a bit wrong. I don't think it's normally an hour 19. I think it's normally, gotta be honest, 2 hours 39. Don't know what's gone wrong there. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Programs. Woolens. Max load for woolens is 2 kilograms. Items marked out as wool. Time has stayed the same at 38 minutes. It stayed 38 minutes for pretty much all the generations. Temperatures presets at 30. You can obviously have 40. You can have cold if you want, etc. Spin speed is limited to... Well, it's actually 1200 as standard. Why it's gone back to 900, I don't know. Or was it when I last used it? Possibly. Program Manager, you've got extra quiet, and that's the only option. You've got Twindos available for it, of course. You've got extras. The only extra you've got is rinse hold. We've got cap dosing, of course. We've got eco feedback there. Now it's starting and loading dosage. It's missing one of its things. I'm trying to work out which. Oh, the stains. No stains. That's gone on the woolens. So there's not much to play around with on woolens. If you select light soil on the soiling degree, it saves 2 minutes. We've got denim. Max spin speed of 900. Presets at 40. You can have 30, 20 or cold. Or we can go all the way up to 60. Which adds on 2 minutes because it will add on cooldown for the 60 degree cycle. It adds on a cooldown anyway, in general. I'm pretty sure what it does, it takes out the intermediate spins. Program Manager, we've still got all 5 options to choose from. Extras wise, we've still got all 7 options to choose from. So short, I think it only takes off 10 minutes. Yeah, it does. Stains, we've got all stains, of course. Generally speaking, if you've got stains, you get all of them. Still got start, got cap dosing, eco feedback, etc. Then we've got shirts. Max load of 1 kilo. It's not 1 kilo, it's actually 2 kilo is maximum. Let me just show you why. It starts at 29. You can have 40, obviously down to cold. Or you go all the way up to 60, but then you'll add on, just like delicates, a lot of time. See? No difference to delicates. Look, at 50 degrees, it adds on 3 minutes, just like delicates. So it runs a delicates profile. Slightly different. Spin speed is limited to 900, but also, oddly enough, you can't have no spin. You've got to have 400. Or is that because of something else? Well, Program Manager, you've got all 5 options. If we go to extras though, it's already preset 1 extra. It is steam smoothing. It's pre-selected. We can deselect it, and max load now goes up to 2 kilos. Now on top of that, we save 9 minutes. 18 minutes. But now we can have no spin. Steam smoothing doesn't allow you to select no spin. But then again as well, when we go down to 40 now, it's now an hour 11. So steam smoothing adds on about 18 minutes on shirts. And we've got the stains, and of course we can select anything we want. Same. Then I've got eco feedback, low dosage, etc. Yep. Steam care allows you to steam 2 kilos of laundry. That's all it does. It takes away all the smells, etc. And that's all it is. It's not a wash program. So you put stuff in, use the steam, comes out, smelling hopefully less smelly. And actually, I think that might be quite good if you've got items that aren't washable, but are also smelling. But always check the label. Then while I'm at it, I'm also going to show you this one. It's called Freshen Up, which is 1 kilo, and it runs for 18 minutes. It uses steam. Yeah, they're both identical programs. They do exactly the same thing. The only thing is different is that you load up half as amount. There! Then we've got Quick Power Wash. Now this is great. Max load of 5 kilo. You can have a temperature between 40 or 60. There's no 50 option. Spin speed is preset at 1600 RPM. You can have 3 extras there. You can have steam smoothing, you can have rinse hold, or you can have water plus. There's no profiles. There's no stains. And what it does, it allows you to wash 5 kilos, and it's called Power Wash for a reason. You can wash normal soil laundry. It's not light soil laundry, normal soil laundry in 59 minutes. And it spins at 1600 RPM. And it spins at 1600 RPM for like about a minute. So stuff, even though they're not quite as dry as would be on cottons, they come out pretty dry. Then we got Express 20. Now this allows you to wash 3.5 kilo of very lightly soiled laundry at 30 degrees in just 20 minutes. Spin speed is limited to 1200. It only briefly goes to 1200 for a short period, so don't expect anything to come out very dry afterwards. It also only runs 1 rinse, so just be aware of that as well. Also you can have Twindos, you can have the program manager, and you can have the extra quiet option if you wish for the profile. You've also got extras, and oddly enough, again, 1 extra's already been selected. So what is it? It's short. You can have rinse hold, which will obviously stop at the final rinse stage, or you can have steam smoothing. But if you deselect short, it goes up to half an hour. How's that? And on top of that, you can have up to 40 degrees. And you have 40 degrees even at the 20-minute mark as well. How unusual is that? Eco feedback wise, it uses the least amount of water. At 40 degrees, obviously using 3 bars. At 30 degrees, you're probably only using 2 bars. How good is that? That is pretty cool. Then we have automatic plus. It has a max load of 6 kilo, which is 2/3 of a load. It's 1 hour 37 as standard. That's a bit odd. What's going on here? Because I've heard it before, it's over 2 hours long as well. It's weird. Spin speed is 1400 RPM. Now this is actually made, because it's called Plus, for washing cottons, minimum iron and delicates, believe it or not. You put stuff in and it will automatically detect what you're washing and will alter the wash rhythm, time length of the cycle and the final spin speed depending on what it senses. Bit of an odd one though, because at the end of the day you could put 2.5 kilos of cotton in and it might just detect it as minimum iron. Max temperature is 40. You can have program manager wise, you've got intensive, extra gentle, extra quiet and eco. And Aljo Wash as well. It looks like Aljo Wash is not available once you go below 30. Let's have a look. 30. Can you have Aljo Wash? Yes, you can. If you have 20 or cold, you can't have Aljo Wash. And that's on every cycle, by the way. Extras wise, we've got pre-wash, rinse, hold, soak and steam smoothing. No short, no water plus, none of that. We've also got stains, all of them. We've got cap dosing, and eco feedback as well. There you go. Programs. Oh, nope. Then we've got dark garments. Max kilo of 3 kilos, that's 1/3 of a load. Dark garments can wash both cotton and minimum iron, or easy cares as you like to put them. It does run basically an easy care, slightly shorter wash, extra rinsing though. Temperature presets at 40. You can go up to 60. But it doesn't affect the time though on this, unlike denim. Or unlike a lot of the other programs, because it kind of runs basically a minimum iron program, so it doesn't. It also looks like it doesn't run a cooldown either. Program manager wise, you can have all the options, and you can go to extras and have pretty much all the extras as well. If select short, it takes off 20 minutes. No, this is 20 minutes at all temperatures as well. We've got all the stains as well. Yeah. I'm just going to do something. I'm going to press info. Dark garments for black and other dark cotton or cotton mix items. You can wash minimum iron stuff as well. Then we've got down duvets, maximum load of 2.5 kilograms. If you press info for feather or downfill duvets, observe the manufacturer's care label, of course. Presets at 40. You can go up to 60, which doesn't affect the time. You can have program manager wise, intensive, eco, extra gentle, and Aljo Wash. Which one's missing there? Extra quiet's missing from there. Max spin speed is 1200 RPM maximum. Extras wise, you can have extra rinse, pre-wash, rinse hold and water plus. So no shorts, no soak. And there's another one there missing. Then we've got outerwear. Now, outerwear allows you to wash 2.5 kilograms of items that are basically... It's a bit like a duvet cycle, but it's much shorter. For membrane and microfiber fabrics, such as jackets, coats, etc. like that. It uses more water. It uses the delicate wash rhythm, basically. Spin speed is limited to 800 RPM. Obviously, you can go down to no spin. Temperature maximum is 40. Just go to the program manager for a second. You can have all the options, even when it's at no spin. So having 20 degrees or less takes away outer wash, but putting no spin on doesn't switch off extra quiet. Nice thinking there. Not. Right. Extras wise, you can have extra rinse. So basically everything bar... What's missing there? So there's 6 of the options rather than 7. Let's press short. So short takes off 10 minutes. What am I missing there? Short pre-wash, water plus extra rinse, rinse, hold, soak. Nope, I can't figure it out. Nope. You can have cap dosing, starting, eco feedback, etc. They're all there. Let me just figure out what I'm missing there. So we know the Cottons has all the options. So it had extra rinse pre-wash, rinse hold, short. Steam smoothing is missing. It's the only what steam smoothing was missing on the outerwear program. Right, we've got proofing. Max load of again 2.5 kilos. Temperature 40 degrees. It is preset at 40 degrees and can't be changed. 1000 spin speed maximum. There's no... Well, there's program manager. Program manager wise, you can have extra quiet. Extras wise, you can have rinse hold only. There's no Twindos and there's no cap dosing. Oh, there is cap dosing. So there's no Twindos. There's no... Wait, there's no time mode. There's no stains. And there's no time delay either. There's no time delay. That's odd. So this program, you can't time delay it. Weird. Anyway, what it's made for is for proofing. For treating, wash membrane, microfiber, close weave, cotton. Tablecloths provide a water and stain resistant finish. What you're adding is a special treatment, and so you do everything as you would normally, and then go to the cycle afterwards, and then add this special treatment. It goes in, it heats to 40, it spins, and you take everything out and put it in the tumble dryer. Simple as, really. It gives that silky, slippery finish to it, and it makes it water resistant. That's why when you go to restaurants and you spill water on, say, the tablecloth, it will sit on the tablecloth and not necessarily soak into it. It will soak a little bit into it, but not all the way. Same with coats, example. Most of your rainwater will run off. Only the outer edge of the coat will actually get water on it, and you can go for, obviously, hours without it getting soaked through. And that's what it does. Right. But why you can't time delay it, I'm not sure. That's a weird one. Then you got separate rinse and spin. Max load of 8 kilo. Why? I think this is a bit of a... How should I put it? An error, because it should be max load of 9 kilo. You should be able to rinse as much as you want. Spin speed. Presets at 1400, and it can go all the way up to 1600. It runs one rinse followed by the final spin of cottons. So if you select a lower spin, it was like 600. And it doesn't affect the time. Yeah, that's right. Miele aren't like, say, Electrolux, where if you reduce the spin, it then performs a delicate spin. But it produces... So, separate rinse is one rinse followed by final spin. Program manager-wise, you can have extra quiet. Options-wise, you can have rinse hold or steam smoothing. Right. Obviously, you can have Twindos for usually for the fabric softener. So if you got that preset, you can select it. You got the start at. There's no stains, of course. It's not bad actually. Cool. Then we've got starch. Again, max load of 8 kilo. It's one rinse followed by a final reduced spin of 1200 RPM. It's for adding that special powder which basically gives like a crispness to shirts. It's just the toughness. It's weird. Gives them a weird shine. Program manager wise, you can have extra quiet or you can have rinse hold. You can use cap dosing. There's no time delay. Again. Then we got silks. Max load of 1 kilo. You got the little hand wash symbol there. Why is it preset to 500? Last time it was run at 600. I don't know why. Right. Max spin 600. Temperature maximum is 30. If you want. You got Twindos available. You got the program manager, which you can only have extra quiet. You've got extras of rinse hold only. You got time delay, start up, cut dosing, eco feedback, load and dosage. You've then got the sportswear program, max load of 3 kilograms. It's made for washing items or like that you use for sports, for gyms, for swimming, etc., including both your swim stuff and your swim towels. It's also good for washing those microfiber towels as well, as it would. Spins at a reduced spin speed of 1200 RPM. It does use a fair bit of water as well. Temperature is 40 degrees preset, but you can go up to 60, which will also extend the time as well, a bit like a Delicate's program. Program manager wise, you can have everything. And extras wise, you got extra rinse, pre-wash, rinse hold, short, soak, water plus, no steam smoothing. And select short. I'm sure it takes off just 10 minutes. 15, and I think that's on 60. I think it only takes off 10 on 14 below. Yeah. Yeah. But for sweatband, not stained. Soil, synthetic and mixed fibre sportswear. You've got the stains, you've obviously got time delay, cap dosing. So it's pretty much a full cycle there. You've got everything. It's quite short as well. You know, even with short, it's shorter than, say, the Delicate's program. Then we've got down-filled items. Max load of 2 kilos. Select the info. For jackets, sleeping bags, pillows, and feather or down-filled items, it runs, if you notice, it's exactly the same length as the other program. Presets at 40. Go up to 60. It will add on 10 minutes. Same length as the darks, if you notice as well. It's weird. Program manager wise, you've got everything. Extras wise, we've got extra rinse, pre-wash, rinse hold, and water plus. We've got all the stains, we've got cap dosing, and we've got eco feedback there as well. Look, let's see. Right, what does it say? Yeah, so this will run a deflation spin more than likely, but so does. Wait, hang on one sec. It just said you can wash pillows. You've also got a pillows program. So downfilled is max load of 2 kilo. It's 1 hour 30. Max temperature wise, we can have 40, 50, 60, all the way down to cold. And it doesn't affect the time. And the maximum speed of 1200 RPM. And if it's that info, it's for synthetic and filled pillows. Use liquid detergent. So, right, I think the only difference is that this runs a deflation spin, the other one doesn't. Not sure. Program manager wise, you've got all the options available, and extras wise, you've got all 4 options the same. Exactly the same. You've got the stains, you've got cap dosing, you've got time delay, eco feedback. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty much the exact same program, isn't it? Especially as one is telling you can wash pillows on it, and then you've got an entire dedicated pillows wash for it. Curtains. Use Twindos or add detergent to the pre-wash compartment. Now, it's telling you that for a reason. Max load of 2 kg. It's made for lightweight curtains. It washes at 30 degrees. You can have up to 40 if you want. Spin speed is limited to 600 RPM to prevent creasing. It's it runs with basically a delicate wash rhythm, but obviously the spin speed is much lower than a delicate cycle. Program manager wise, you've got all the options. Extras. Now it's got pre-wash already pre-selected. You've got no short option on this at all because it's already pre-running short. You can actually take it off and the cycle becomes 1 hour. So pre-wash only runs for 13 minutes on the curtain cycle, whereas on the cotton cycle it's only for 30 minutes. So the pre-wash does take into account what you're washing. The pre-wash more than likely on this won't heat, and it will just be there for taking off dust more than anything else. A bit more of a pre-rinse rather than a pre-wash, but it will still have detergent from the pre-wash section to the machine, if you so wish. We've also got the start at time delay, you've got cap dosing, you've got eco feedback. Yeah, it says, let's see what it says. For curtains specified as machine washable by the manufacturer. So always go by the label. But I'm going to say all curtains are pretty much washable on this. It's so gentle. Then we've got first wash. Max load 3 kilos. Presets at 30 degrees. You can go up to 40. It has a very short, if you notice it's 39 minutes. It's a short wash with 2 rinses followed by a very short spin at 1200 RPM. And what it is, it's for removing any of the chemicals that are used during the manufacturing process, you know, on your clothes. And also from the sitting around in the store, for example, as well. Because you notice it gets that fine, and it's there to preserve the clothes, basically. And then as soon as you wash it, that's it, it goes. And your clothes start deteriorating from then on. Great. You can have Twindos as well, because it is made for using a little bit of detergent. Program Manager, you've got extra gentle and extra quiet. Extras wise, we've got extra rinse, rinse hold and water plus. Obviously no short, it's already 39 minutes long. You got the start at, time delay function, your cap dosing and eco feedback, and we've got load and dosage feature as well. Then we've got drain and spin, max load 8 kilo. Yes, this is definitely a bit of an error in the terms of the programming. It should say 9 kilo on both this drain and the separate rinse. You can only do two things. You've got eco feedback or spin speeds, which you can change. And if you go to 0, it will run for 1 minute because it becomes drain only. Right, where's time delay on this for this cycle? Yeah. Every other washer I've ever used has time delay even for the spin cycle. But not this. Then we got finally 2 more programs. We got Cottons with the standard logo. Max load of 9 kilos. It's 2 hours 59. You can have 60 or 40, which are both 2 hours 59. You can have the Twindos. Spin speed is preset at 1600. You've got Program Manager. You've got Extra Gentle, Extra Quiet, and Allergy Wash. Eco is not there for a reason. You're already Eco. And what I say before, Cottons with Eco is Cotton Standard with 3 rinses. This is now Cotton Standard, but with 2 rinses. You've got the extras. You can have extra rinse. Yep, so it becomes 3 hours 14. Watch this. Ready? Ta-da! You can have pre-wash, rinse hold, short, soak, water plus, and steam smoothing. Watch short. 1 hour 59. So this is quite cool, the fact you can have a quick version of the standard program. You got all the stains as well, oddly enough, and they still all work. So even if select Eco, it's still going to run the right profile for whatever you select. You've got cap dosing, of course, you've got time delay, and you've got eco feedback. What was that, 60? What's my eco feedback? Yeah, it uses less water and more energy. Go figure that one out. The final program is Clean Machine. Max load 0. Don't put anything in the washer. It presets temperature of 75 degrees and you cannot change it. Spin speed is 900 RPM and cannot be changed. Why it's got to spin in the first place, I don't know. Then you got eco feedback. Why? Because at this point it doesn't matter. And you got time delay, which is why? Because you don't put it on spin. Huh? Time delay I get, but eco feedback. Why do we need it? Why do we need to spin 900 RPM as well? I've never understood this with Clean Machine programs. I do get it with the Hoover because it literally is that spins at 400 RPM for some bizarre reason, but that is just the Cottons program. It's for cleaning the washing machine. Run the program with drum. Add washing machine cleaner agent or universal powder detergent. If you're using this, I'd recommend putting a washing machine cleaner in and following the instructions. It will say wash above 6 degrees or more, which you are, so because you're washing at 75. But if you want to, you can add a very, very small amount of detergent, and I'm talking about maybe 20 ml of powder or, well, 20ml of powder. I'm not going to say liquid at all because that just doesn't really, that doesn't clean the machine. Powder does. Yeah, so that's all your programs for this. Right, a couple of things before we start, and I open this drawer. It's not the best fitting drawer. Can you see? It moves about. That's why I put this tape on. It stops it vibrating as much. Yeah. Not great, is it? Anyway, pull our drawer out. And we're greeted with this quite large drawer. So, this small compartment is if you select the pre-wash. This is your yellow tab to remove the drawer, to clean it. But you can see how far back it goes. We'll gain access to the rest of the drawer. This is the main wash compartment. Now there's 90ml of detergent there. Yeah, and it doesn't make a dent, so you can easily put probably 500ml powder. Not that you're never going to need to. This is a Miele. You can get away with putting less detergent in. Then this is your fabric softener compartment. But also notice how it says this, cap. This is for your cap dosing. All you do when you use cap dosing is get your cap, put it in, and you can put it, well, you can use two. You can put one in one side and one on the other side. When you push down this, it will pierce it. That is to pierce the dosing cap. We've also appears to have two siphons. You've got this one, which is there, it goes there, and that drains all your fabric softener in. And you got this one, which I don't know why. Also, since there's down there, you can see there's actually a channel there for the fabric softener that goes underneath here. So it's pretty idiot proof. But anyway, normal fabric softener gets poured in to there. But also, if you want to, you can pour your fabric softener into this little gap here. There's no max fill line on this, which is quite odd. Yeah. Nowhere. Yeah, so your pod naturally sits... I think it actually sits over that. I think that's why it's there. Alright. I haven't used pods because I don't really see the point, but there we go. So method 2 of saving the program is by using this here. So that's save, and you can add it. There you go. And you can also change options. You can go into extras, you can go into stains, but they will eventually lock out. So let's go to extras, for example. If I change selection, you can. We got short that can't be selected because it's already been added. Water plus can be taken off if you want. Rinse all can be added, and extra rinse can be added during this period of the cycle. You've noticed pre-wash is missing, soak's missing, and steam smoothing is also missing, which is quite odd because steam smoothing only occurs at the end of the cycle. Program Manager can't be changed. I wonder if you can do stains. Stains can't be changed either. That's me giving feedback so far. 9 litres. And it's in real time as well. So when it adds more water, that will go up. And you can watch it go up. You also can load laundry by pressing the start stop. It should instantly unlock and allow you to add laundry. However, if you press start stop and it's already gone beyond 55 degrees or the water level's too high, it will tell you that you can't open the door. Wait. What? Right, so what would you give this out of 10 then? Well, a couple of things. Number one, 1600 spin on short is not great. That's a bit odd. But if you select 1600 spin on normal, it's fantastic. Two, the rinsing results are good. The washing results are brilliant, as you expect from any Miele. Rinsing results, like I said, are good. They're not brilliant. They're not like the previous generations. I don't think they use enough water on certain cycles. The timings are much longer than the old previous generations as well. Or that's what it seems to be. That's what it seems to feel like when I'm using this. It's great that you've got all those programs. It's great that you've got all these settings. I don't like the fact that you've got no electronic door release anymore. All thanks to safety, of course. But it is quite cool that, yeah, you probably can change this over. It's a bit of an odd one, really, to rate this out of. Based on the price, yeah, you get everything compared to, you know, paying £1,000 for the Miele, which doesn't give you anywhere near as many programs, options, or anything like that whatsoever. But are they necessary? I'm not entirely certain. I mean, even if I was to like set up use different programs, different temperatures, different settings, every single cycle I ever filmed, you could film one wash a day and you probably still wouldn't, after a year, haven't filmed everything. There's too much choice in that situation then, or in them terms. It's endless, which is both a good thing and maybe a bad thing too. I don't like the fact the drawer rattles. It does rattle and spin. That's a bit of a quality issue, I suppose. The fact that obviously Twindos never works, and the filter did block up quickly after a colour catcher bypassed it all. A bit, It's very, Well, I'll give this out of 10 then. Well, it's going to get 8.5 out of 10. I don't think it's worth £2,000 anymore, unlike the previous generations. Certainly lowering the price to say £1,500 would be more reasonable. That would certainly put my rating up, I suppose. But I don't know. Yeah, it's good. Nah, it's so hard.